Hello and welcome to this opening lecture on production and operation management. So today we are starting this series where we'll be talking of the subject production and operation management. Now this being opening session, we'll be talking about concepts related to production and operation management. Where does production and operation management fit? What is the difference between production management? What is the difference between operation management? Why are there two terms, production and operations management? So we'll talk about all these things. So let us start on with our journey of production and operation management, and this being our first lecture on production and operation management. So before we head on with production and operation management, we need to check what is production operation management? Where does it fit in my organization? So if we see what are various functional departments of an organization, what are various puzzles of that jigsaw called an organization, when we try to fit them so that my organization works efficiently. When I work on these lines, we see that there are basically, broadly speaking, four departments. First one being marketing. What is marketing? Marketing generates demand. Whenever you are into a business, you need to sell something. Now, how much can you sell? Where can you sell? What does the market need? What does your consumer need? What does your customer need? What others are supplying? All this comes from marketing. So we have marketing department. Marketing department in a sense is something that interacts with outer world. I am the organization. I'll be selling my product in outer world. So what does the outer world need? What others are doing in outer world? What are the basic aspirations of the outer world, my consumers? What are my competitors doing? All this is taken care of by our marketing department. And basically it generates demand. Whatever I'll be producing, it will generate demand for me. In raw terms, it generates demand, but if we go into details, we see that marketing is by and large interacting with the outer world. Our interaction with outer world for the purpose of selling. We have two interactions with the outer world. One is from our suppliers, from where we get raw material. So I am an organization, I interact with the outer world to get raw material. I am the organization, I sell my products in market. So if I am the organization, I interact with the outer world at two levels. And those two levels are suppliers and consumers. So marketing basically deals with the consumer end, the external world. So we have marketing that generates demand. Then there is production. So once the marketing demand comes and tells me that 100 units can be sold, so production department will now produce those. How will it produce? It will need a facility, it will need a factory, it will need workers, it will need machines, it will need a sequencing, scheduling of the jobs, what should be done when. All those things will be taken care of by production. It creates the product. Marketing generates demand while production creates the product. Then we have finance and accounting. Finance and accounting tracks how well the organization is doing, pays bills, collects the money. So by and large, finance department, finance and accounts department, they are concerned about the money part. From where the money will be coming, how much do I need to pay, when will my payments be coming, the credit sales that I've made, when will I realize those payments, how will I realize, making efforts to realize those payments, make payments. So all those things are taken care of by finance or accounting department. Everything related to money. So marketing department interacting with the outer world at consumer level, production department producing in my organization, actually making the product which I'll be able to sell. That could be a good, that could be a service, that we'll study in detail. But whatever I'm selling is being produced by production or operation department. Then finance is taking care of all money related issues and all the people at my organization. Everybody in my organization, that is being taken care of by human resources. They provide labor, they calculate their wages, they calculate their salaries, wages and salary administration, job evaluation, everything related to manpower. When do they need training? When do they need development? So all those things related to human resource. When do I need to pay them bonus, taking care of their leaves, everything, medical necessities, medical requirements, everything related to manpower is being taken care of by HR. So now, if we think of a BBA or an MBA syllabus, all these are subjects, and all these are subjects that by and large we deal in second year or second semester. Because in first year we generally get a core concept of commerce, accounts, and in second semester when we move into business, at that time we come across all these functional departments. Broadly there are 4, now they may be split into multiple, like you could have a production department, you could have an operations department, you could have a research and development department, R&D department. You could have a marketing department, you could have sales and distribution, you could have logistics as separate, you could have a communication as separate. So these are various bifurcations of marketing department by and large. So finance and accounting could be different. So you could have multiple departments, but broadly these are the 4 core areas of our departments. So various functional departments of a business. Of these 4 departments, one is our production department. And it is ultimately the production department that produces the product that will be sold in the market. And who will be selling it? Marketing will be selling it. Who will be producing it? HR will be producing it. Human resource will be producing it. Who will be talking of all the money that I need to collect? Finance and accounts. So these are 4 core departments. Now if I get into details of these, we see marketing. What are the activities related to marketing? Broadly, if I see, the marketing is related to the activities related to marketing are sales, promotion, advertising, sales, market research. So sales promotion, promoting my product, giving out samples and all such related, putting on advertisings in newspaper, in hoardings. So all those things, sales, promotion, advertising, then the actual sales happening. Your salesman visiting the vendors, retailers, your salesman visiting to the ultimate customer through cold calling. So all those things, sales, making calls. So marketing is sales, promotion, advertising, sales, and of course market research. What is market research? It is research related to what product will sell in market. What is the market consuming? What are my competitors making? What is the pricing strategy of my competitors? Are there any norms regarding pricing coming up from government? So marketing will be taking care of all those things through market research. So marketing is interacting with the external world related to your consumers. Sales, promotion, advertising, sales and market research. For HR we talked about in terms of recruitment, job evaluation, performance evaluation, wages and salary administration, personnel records. So evaluating the job. Production department says I need to produce 100 mouse, 100 laptops. Now production department has said that we need to produce 100 laptops because marketing is saying that they can sell 100 laptops. So marketing said that they can sell 100 laptops. Production said that I need to produce 100 laptops. Now HR department will understand this problem and it will hire manpower who could produce 100 laptops, 100 mouse, or for that matter this mobile or camera or anything. So it is responsibility of HR to hire people who could produce things for me, who could work at my organization. It is responsibility of HR to hire people who could sell my products, salesmen, sales executive, sales teams. So that is also a part of HR. HR will hire best possible finance managers for me, who could arrange very good finances for me, best possible finance mix for me. So HR will take care of all these requirements. What kind of persons do you need? Who are the best people to fulfill your demand? So HR will be taking care of all those things. So marketing is sales, promotion, advertising, sales, marketing research, market research. Then HR is related to job evaluation, recruitment. Then once we have recruited them, once we have hired them, once we have put them in some place, then their performance evaluation, wages and salary administration, who is taking leave, what incentives do we need to pay to someone for his sales, for his work, what bonus do we need to pay, what salaries we need to deduct for tax and such things. So wages and salary administration. Then personnel records, how many years he has been into service, what is his age, what is his retirement age, how many leaves he has availed, all those things. So HR is taking care of anything related to manpower, their training needs, their development needs, their medical needs, their leave needs, their sick leaves, everything related to manpower. So this was marketing and HR. What about finance? Finance is basically related to money. Money matters. That money which I need to pay to my suppliers, that money which I need to get from my customers, that money which I need to pay to my employees, that money which I need to buy machines by my facility, all that money. Now the activities like disbursements, credits, receivables, payables, general ledgers, maintaining accounts for everybody, my customers, myself, others, inventory, all those ledgers. Funds management, from where funds will be coming, what is the best mix of funds, of all the resources which I can tap for money. It could be bank, it could be stock issue, bond issue, all these kind of things. Then money market, international exchange, if you are dealing in international transactions. So international exchange, what will be the rates, which countries are best, where the tax exemptions are best. So all those things, where we have tax agreements, capital requirements, what kind of money we'll be needing. So basically everything we are talking of here is somehow related to money. Everything is related to money. So marketing is talking of your external world at consumer end. HR is talking of the human beings, persons working at your premises, and finance is talking of your cash related, money related things. Money related, not exactly cash, funds, money related things, finance. Then we are here talking about production and operation management. So what is production and operation management? What is scope of production and operation management? Production and operation management will start looking for a location for you. Where do I need to put up my facility, my factory, my plant? Where will I put up my plant? So it starts with finding a good location for my product, for my factory. Once you find out that location, you buy out that location and you build your factory. So layout of that factory, where will different departments be positioned? So production starts with production and operation management. Scope of production and operation management starts with finding out a location, building up a plant, buying machines for that plant, and then hiring people for that plant, and then training those people to produce things. So production management is related to all those things, where actual production will be taking place. Yes, production management is not talking of where my markets will be. It is talking of how best we can produce. Best quality at lowest price. This is what production management will try to do. In doing so, these are the activities that production management talks about. Production and operations. We'll differentiate them, but for now let us say production and operation management. So what are those activities? Facilities, construction and maintenance. Facilities is basically your factory, plant, the facility where you are producing. So facilities, construction and maintenance. You have a land, you have a piece of land, now you need to make your factory over there. You need to build a factory over there. Now once that factory is built, once it is operational, there might be some bits and bits over here and there which need maintenance. So facilities, construction and maintenance. Production and inventory control. Inventory control, what is it? Basic purpose of inventory. Inventory acts as a shock absorber. It acts as a buffer. It absorbs the shocks that the external world can give you. Where do we interact with the external world? If I am a business, I buy my raw material from our external world. So this is my interaction with external world. At other end, I am a producer, I sell my products in external world. So if I am a business, if I am a production manager, I talk to the external world at two levels. What are those two levels? One is my suppliers, one is my customers. Now we have inventory cushion at both ends. If we talk of inventory cushion at supplier level, it is known as raw material. So that external fluctuations do not hamper my operations, do not disturb me. External fluctuations like the supplier is not able to supply for, let's say, 2 days, 3 days, or there is a breakdown in your route, so the supplies are not able to come. Like in present times of corona, certain states were in lockdown. So if your material is passing through those states which were under lockdown, there will be a delay. So if something happens at my supply end, if I am not able to get raw material, I have a stock of raw material, that is known as inventory. Same is with customer end. What happens at customer end? There will be days when there will be high demand. There will be days when there will be low demand. So in order to cope up with this high demand and low demand, we keep a buffer over there. So that when there is a high demand, generally I produce 100 units daily. But if there is a demand of 200 units, how will I fulfill it? I am producing only 100 units a day. So what we'll do is, on days when there was a low demand, on days when there was a demand of 50, 25, 75, 80, I'll be stocking that. So that is my inventory of finished goods. I had an inventory of raw material which was shielding or safeguarding me against supplier fluctuation. Now this is the inventory of finished goods that is shielding me against the customer end. It is in the marketing department. So production and inventory control. So I need to manage this inventory. How much to stock? How much raw material to carry? How much of fixed material to carry? So all that is inventory control. We'll be talking in detail in inventory control. Inventory management. Then scheduling of material. Scheduling, though, is not in our syllabus, but it is there in other universities. So we'll be talking of scheduling, material control. What is scheduling? Scheduling is basically what should be the schedule through which we'll be producing something. If I'm producing 3 different products, what should be the sequence? What should be the schedule? Which product should be produced first? If it is to be produced first, when should it be produced? So that forms a part of scheduling. A schedule is basically an itinerary when and what should be done. If I'm producing product A, B and C, when should product A be produced, when should product B be produced, and these kind of things. So scheduling, material control, quality assurance and control. When you are producing something, your customer expects certain quality from you. Now you need to ensure that you are giving your customer that kind of quality. How do I need to ensure? Suppose I am selling a pen to a customer. What does the customer expect? Customer expects that the pen should be writing. That when he opens the cap and starts writing, it should be writing. Now if that pen is writing, quality has been delivered. And if the customer has to do the pen like this 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, quality has not been delivered. Down the line, customer will say that this pen is not good. And if every time he removes the cap and starts writing and the pen writes, customer will say it is a good quality product. This is quality. Deliver what customer expects. Obviously, customer is not expecting from a 5 rupee pen that you will be giving him a box, that you will be giving him an extra refill. He is not expecting that. But he does expect that when he writes, the pen should write. Yes, if you are selling a 50 rupees pen, the customer expects that it should come in a proper packaging, it should have a very chrome kind of finish. Possibly, it should carry a spare refill. That is in 50 rupees. In 500 rupees, he might be expecting a huge box, a gift kind of box. So, customer expects different things at different levels. Now, with the 5 rupee pen also, if the pen is able to write, then it is a good quality product. You need not worry. If your pen is writing, customer is satisfied. So, we need to work on quality assurance also. So, that is quality assurance. Then there is supply chain management. These days, although supply chain management used to be a part of marketing, these days supply chain management has essentially become a part of production. You look at Flipkart, you look at Amazon, you can look at Xiaomi. Xiaomi products these days are selling at brick and mortar shops. Otherwise, they were always coming through flash sales. Xiaomi televisions were coming through flash sales. So, supply chain has also integrated almost into production. Though being a part of marketing, but it has almost integrated into production also these days with changing times. We'll see when we talk of evolution of production, we'll talk on this also. So, supply chain management, then there is manufacturing, tooling, fabrication, assembly, all the different processes that the product will pass through. Then product development and design. Now, marketing comes and tells that the customer is not buying that huge television, the fat one. Marketing comes and tells you that the customer is ready to buy the flat panel televisions these days. Customer is not ready to buy LCD televisions, he wants to buy LED televisions. Now, marketing came to you and told you that the customer does not wish the heavy ones, thick ones, fat monitors or televisions. So, now I need to work on it. How do I work on it? Product development and design. I'll put my research and development team into producing such televisions. Now, everybody is producing those televisions. I try to minimize the thickness. You see with mobiles, you see with televisions, everybody is working on minimizing the thickness. So, my team is working on that. Then, my team could be working on processor, depending on what level of research and development is going on in my organization. If we talk of Samsung and Apple, they are always working on their processors, they are always working on optimizing their software. While if we talk of some smaller companies, they are basically assembling. So, they are not so much bothered about software or customizations. So, that you need to see what is the level of your operations and then you need to work upon your product. So, product development and design, production department, production, operation, research and development, all these are bifurcations of my production department, production management. Then detailed product specifications. When I am coming out with a phone, there should be detailed specifications. What is the front camera, what is the back camera, what is the screen size, what is the bezel size, what kind of notch I will be using for front camera, where are the speakers located, what is the power of the speakers, is Dolby supported or not. So, all those things. So, detailed product specifications you need to prepare. If I am producing a television, there will be such specifications. Even for that matter, if I am producing an AC or a fan, for a fan I need to mention what will be the RPM, what will be the wattage, what will be the power consumption. So, detailed product specifications I need to produce, jot down and then we will work on those. So, product development and design, detailed product specifications. Then industrial engineering. Industrial engineering is by and large how you are managing your industry, how you are managing the environment at your industry, how you are managing the waste at your industry. Waste is a very important aspect these days for businesses. We will see in our discussion to come that managing your waste has become very critical, very important for a business. Gone are the days when you could just throw out your waste outside your organization, outside the boundary of your organization. Gone are the days. Now, you need to dispose that waste properly such that it does not harm the environment. So, all those parts constitute your industrial engineering. You need to take care of all the aspects of production. Then efficient use of machine space and personnel. Efficient use of machine space and personnel. Whatever machines I have, I need to use them, operate them efficiently. I should use them in a way that I am able to get best out of them. That is efficient use of machines, efficient use of space. Now, when you are the first one to get into an industrial area, you are the only one. Your factory is the only factory, is the only house. Now, even if you need more space, you could buy out the plot next to you. You could buy out the plot on the right and plot on the left to you. But once the industrial area has been there for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, all plots are gone. Now, if you need expansion, either you need to move to some other location, some other city, some other industrial area, or if you wish to work over here, you need to optimize your space. You need to use your space efficiently. An example, when you are living in a colony, what happens is you take a plot, you build your house, and then when 5 years, 10 years down the line you buy a car, you put a steel frame or an iron frame outside your house, making a sort of garage for it. So what happened? You had a plot of 30-60, but then you encroached 10 feet further. Okay, it is illegal, but that is an arrangement for your vehicle, for parking your vehicle. You did that. But if you are living in a city, there is no space, there is no scope for encroaching the main road. You cannot buy out your left and right plot. The only way is to optimize the utilization of your space. How do you optimize? You make more rooms, you make another floor, you combine two rooms, you split a room into two, whatever is your requirement. According to that requirement, you make an efficient use of your space. You try to make an efficient use of space. And of course, efficient use of personnel. Whatever people I have over there at my organization, I need to make best use of them. Take an example. We have 8, 10, 20 different teachers. Now, I have a person who specializes in English. If I give him maths, that go and teach maths, will he be able to teach maths? A person in English, maybe, if need be, if the history teacher is out for a month or so, maybe he could have taught history. But going to maths, it is a completely different ball game. Same happens at businesses, same happens at organizations. If someone is at leave, if someone is at sick leave, if someone has left your organization, if someone has been promoted to some other department, if someone has been transferred to some other location, there is a vacuum. We need to make best utilization of people available with me. Looking at their skills, okay, he can do this thing, I'll put him here, and this work is such that anybody else can do, so I'll bring someone else over here. So this is efficient use of your manpower. So we need to work on all these aspects. Efficient use of machine, space and personnel. Then process analysis. What kind of process I'll be making use of? Will it be a job shop process? Will it be an assembly line process? We'll talk of this process, different types of processes in lectures to come. So this is only an opening lecture. This is only giving me an idea of what we are about to talk in coming sessions. We'll be talking on all these topics that we can see. Facility layout, location, supply chain management, scheduling, then tooling, fabrication, assembly, then process analysis, efficient productivity, efficiency, effectiveness, all these things we'll be talking in lectures to come. So we have efficient use of machines, space and personnel. We should make best possible use of our resources. You cannot always buy out land. You cannot always buy out machines. You need to make best use of the existing machines. Yes, there comes a time when I need to buy out new machines, but I cannot buy new machines for every new mobile, because mobiles are coming every 6 months. Now I need to fine tune, I need to tweak my machines. We cannot make a new room every single day. Every 6 months we cannot make a new room or a new arrangement in our house. What we do is, with the existing infrastructure, we try to optimize upon it. Fine. So that is efficient use of machine, space and personnel. Then there is process analysis, whether it will be job shop, it will be assembly line. What is the process? Are we using machines? Are we using manpower? Is it capital intensive? Is it labor intensive? If it is capital intensive, what do I need to take care of? If it is labor intensive, what do I need to take care of? So all these things will be talked on process analysis. Then there is development and installation of production tools and equipment. You visit a service station. If you visit a service station, you see different arrangements. You see a machine where you pull the plug and it lifts the car. That is a machine. Now it was not ultimately made for lifting a car, but it was making use of some physics, it was making use of some motor, it was such that it had very huge strength, and I put up a car on that and it was able to lift the car. So this is arrangement. Studying the technology and preparing tools for ourselves. Have you seen a spanner? Now when we have a nut and bolt, we could have unlocked that bolt using a plier also. But do we make use of a plier? No. We make use of proper tools because those have better grips. These days screwdrivers. Now you could have unlocked a screw using a blade, using a key, but you have screwdrivers to unlock them. And these days we have still better screwdrivers which have a better grip. So all these are tools. All these are tools that enable production, that enable efficient production, that enable precise production, so that the screws and bolts are not destroyed while unlocking them. So all these tools, development and installation of production tools and equipment. So this is the scope of production and operation management. This is an insight into what we'll be talking in next 40, 50, 60 lectures in this series. Fine. So this is the scope of production department. So we saw here that we have basically we have 4 functional departments. Marketing, talking to your customer end; HR, taking care of all manpower; finance, taking care of finance and accounts, taking care of all the money related issues, from where the money will be coming, how do credit, debit terms, all those things. And then finally we have production, which will actually be producing what you will be selling. Now you could be producing goods, you could be producing services. That we'll talk in times to come. So this was a look at departments in an organization, various functional classifications. So broadly we are talking of 4. They could be split. Marketing could be split into sales, distribution, sales and distribution. There are places where we have only one marketing department. There are places where we have a sales department, we have a distribution department, we have logistics, we have market research, things like that. So depending on level of organization you could have, but broadly these are 4 jobs that these functional departments need to accomplish. Now moving ahead, once we know what is production and operation management, let us talk of what exactly is production and operation management. Now before we could talk of production and operation management, let us talk of 2 related terms: production management and manufacturing management. Or let us not call it management, production and manufacturing. What is production and what is manufacturing? What is difference between production and manufacturing? In simple terms, manufacturing refers to transformation from one form to another form. Manufacturing refers to transformation from one form to another. You take up 2 chemicals, add them to a proper salt. Now these chemicals were available in market, these salts were available in the market, but what I did, I prepared a particular composition and I have transformed it. I take 1 ml, 1 ml and 2 grams and mix them, and now I have 4 ml or 4 mg of something else. Now this transformation is generally activities covered in this transformation go down as manufacturing. I have manufactured a tablet, I have manufactured a medicine. In simple terms, what is manufacturing? Transformation of raw material into finished goods. This is manufacturing. You have wood as raw material. You convert it into furniture. You cut out slabs of wood, you cut out legs of a table, you install those legs on that slab and you make a table. So what you have done is, there was wood, right now also it is wood, but that wood has been converted in shape of a table. There has been value enhancement as a result of transformation of raw material into finished good. There is value enhancement as a process of transformation of raw material into finished good. This is manufacturing. Our furniture is manufactured, our medicines are manufactured. Pen, what is that ink? It has a liquid base, it has something that puts in a color into it, and now I am taking 3 products and ultimately I am preparing an ink. Now all those products you could have bought elsewhere also, but they were not worth for it. But now when it converts into ink, it is of worth for you. Why is it worth for you? Because now it can write on a piece of paper. So this transformation, taking those same material, you could have made ink, but you did not because we were not doing the composition, because it was not feasible for us. We needed only a 5 rupee refill to write. Why put in a plant? Why buy those machines where I could prepare that mixture for 2 days, 3 days? Why buy out those machines which could raise the temperature of the liquid? But someone who is doing that, he is actually manufacturing. You could have manufactured it, but he is manufacturing. Food that we make in kitchen. What are we doing? We are taking flour, we are taking vegetables, and we are converting it into chapatis and prepared vegetable, prepared meal, proper meal. Now this may not look like a product, but when you go to a restaurant, this is a product. What they are doing? You could have bought out flour, you could have bought out vegetables, but the producer, the manufacturer, the supplier, whatever it is, he bought these things, he converted these things into something that you could eat. So transformation of raw material from into finished goods. Value enhancement through transformation in raw material is known as manufacturing. We manufacture cells, batteries, we manufacture pens, we manufacture laptops, tables, furniture, air conditioners, tube lights, everything is manufactured. Right? Then what is production? Now the difference. Manufacturing is changing the shape. In table also I can see that word, changing the shape. But when I talk of production, production is not changing the shape. Production is making something from nowhere, like making a huge tree out of a seed. Now, yes, we could argue that that is also a transformation of seed into tree, but seed had completely different characteristics and tree has completely different characteristics. Seed had different applications while tree has different applications. This is production. So we see that production can be used in terms of agriculture products. Generally everything is grown through seeds. Veterinary products, milk, eggs, all produced. And then production is also a term used for services. So if I try to differentiate, what is production? Production is creating something. There was no movie around. A picture, a movie that we go and watch in a cinema hall, there was no movie around. A director, a producer, an actor in that, they made some effort such that the outcome of that effort was a movie. When I talk of furniture, there was wood. Even you could have made out that table or a chair. Yes, it would not have been such comfortable one. It would not have been that plain one. It would have had those abrasions over the surface because the carpenter was rolling on it and clearing it. So yes, there could be differences, but I could have made that. I could have transformed the shape. The salts, medicine that we were talking. What is homeopathic? You go there, they have some 10, 15, 20, 50 different compositions, and whenever you go there, they mix those compositions and give you. So manufacturing is by and large transformation, while production is making something new. So that is production. So production is used in two aspects. One is agriculture, veterinary products, those are produced, and services, those are produced. I'll give you a very simple example. I'll give you a very simple way to identify whether a thing has been produced or manufactured. Whenever we buy a pen, pen is manufactured. You had plastic, the shape of plastic was transformed. Shape of plastic was built in shape of a pen so that you could hold it. So pen is manufactured. You can flip the pen and read that sticker out. That sticker says manufactured by. You can see the television, manufactured by. You can see a tube light, manufactured by. You can see a copybook, manufactured by. All these things are manufactured. So when we talk of goods, they are manufactured. Everything, all the goods are manufactured. Yes, there are goods which are produced also. Which goods? veterinary and agriculture products. Veterinary and agriculture produce is said to be produced. So, everything tangible that you see is actually manufactured. Apart from two things, veterinary and agriculture products. So, now we have a differentiation. Everything tangible, all the goods are manufactured apart from two types of products, agriculture and veterinary, and services. So, in production we are putting three categories: services like movie that is produced, services like a restaurant service that is produced, all the services are produced, veterinary products are produced, agriculture products are produced. So, three categories go down in production while all the goods go down in manufacturing. So, this is a differentiation between production and manufacturing. By and large, when we are studying something, we always call it production, because by and large everything is a layout, they have manpower, they have research and development. So, we have generally combined them, we have clubbed them. We do not see a differentiation between production and manufacturing too often. Like in a factory, generally we do not say manufacturing is closed right now. We say production is down, production band hai abhi. Due to corona, seldom will we hear that manufacturing is off. Manufacturing sector we might say, but we say that production level is down, production is off. So, we have merged those terms. But if you want specifics, so manufacturing is related to all goods, while production is related to veterinary, agriculture and services. I am producing a movie. In movies, you will never see manufactured by. Movies we always see produced by. In television serials, we always see produced by. So, in services, we use produced. In veterinary and agriculture, we use produced, while in case of goods, we use the term manufacturing. But for our sake as a student, we are merging these production and manufacturing. We make use of them interchangeably. So, now, production is clear. When I am saying production, it includes both production and manufacturing. So, one thing is production. What is production? Production is the creation of goods and services using land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, knowledge to produce goods and services. What is production? It is creation of goods and services, making use of land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Land, the space where you will be doing. Labor, the people who will be working. Capital, the money that we need to invest into machines, land, money that we need to pay to employees. So, all those things, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, someone with an idea, someone with resources, someone with managerial skills who can manage the place, he is an entrepreneur. So, production is creation of goods, services using these resources. What resources? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, and of course, knowledge to produce goods and services. What to produce, when to produce, how much to produce, what will sell, this is knowledge. So, this is production. And when I talk of operations, operation management is a set of activities that create value in form of goods and services by transforming inputs into outputs. Operation management is, yes, these can be the definitions, but when we talk of operation management, so are we clear with production and manufacturing? Manufacturing is applicable to all goods, production is applicable to services, veterinary and agricultural produce. Production and manufacturing are separate. Now, I am merging them for my understanding sake. I will be using production and manufacturing interchangeably. So, production we are clear. It is basically talking of how the transformation is taking, when the transformation is taking, what enables the transformation, how can I make the transformation efficient, all those things. Fine. Operation management. What is operation management? Operation management by and large encircles the production environment. Everything that goes on in the production environment, that is operation management. If we talk in a sense, we can say that operation management is superset of production management. This is operation management, the complete picture, of which a small part is production management. Production management, as we saw here, it is creation of goods and services Only creation of goods and services is not sufficient. You need an environment for this creation. What is that environment? You need a proper parking. You need proper canteen facilities. You need clean drinking water. You need printing stationery. You need to print your invoices. You need to place orders. All these things. When we talk of all these things, this is called operation management. Now, just in the next topic, when we'll talk of evolution of production management, we'll see how production management slowly got converted into operation management. These are not two different terms. Basically, operation management is superset of production. Production was an earlier concept, a concept of 1800s, when the industrial revolution just started. Production management is an older concept. Then, as time progressed, as competition progressed, improved, increased, things got tighter. It was becoming tough to sell my products because everybody was producing, everybody was selling. In those times, what people thought was production management alone is not able to, is not good enough for me to survive. Production management alone will not help me survive. So I tried to take a bigger picture, and that bigger picture was operation management. That yes, I'll take care of my products, I'll take care of my research and development, I'll take care of my facility, all the topics that we talked in the previous slide. I'll do all those tasks, but along with those tasks, I need to manage my complete enterprise, which is clean drinking water, which is parking, which is recreational facilities, which is printing stationery, which is hygiene issues. Now, you cannot say, ask your workers to come and produce and not take care of their hygiene, not take care of hygiene at your place. You need to take care of your, care of hygiene at your place. So, all these things constitute operation management. So, of operation management, production management is only a small part. So, this is production management and operation management. So, we talked about production management, we talked about manufacturing, we talked about production, we talked about manufacturing. Manufacturing goods related to goods, production related to veterinary products, agriculture products and services. So, this was production and manufacturing. Then we talked of production and operations. Production is subset, smaller set. Operation management is larger or superset.